What's going on, family? Scrapbook Boxing Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. I want to talk about a fighter by the name of Gabriel Ruelas. He was born July 23rd, 1970 in Mexico. He stood 5 foot 7 inches and had a 69-inch reach and weighed 126 pounds. Now, he would sign with Team Goosen and have a total balance of 56, 49 wins, 24 KOs, and 7 losses. Gabriel and his brother Rafael Ruelas were fighting brothers that signed with the Team Goosen and both turned professional on September 16, 1988. This would be the same year that Michael, second to none, would win the IBF Middleweight Championship strap from Frank Tate. And in that same year, Gabriel Ruelas would score a first-round knockout over Raul Martinez in Caesars Palace, Las Vegas, Nevada. In his first 35 fights, Gabriel would face the Professor, Azuma Nelson, on February 20th, 1993, in Mexico City. After suffering his first loss to the veteran Jeff Franklin, he would suffer a second loss to Azuma Nelson, the Professor. Azuma Nelson had tons of experience, and his greatest height would be when he faced Salvador Sanchez. He would be the last opponent for Salvador Sanchez. Put up a good account of himself, but was KO'd in the 14th round. But since that point, he has gained tremendous amount of experience. He would defeat Wilfredo Gomez and other Hall of Fame legend fighters. Azuma Nelson would TKO Gabriel Ruelas on December 19th, 1995. Gabriel would face Jimmy Garcia on May 1995 at Caesars Palace, Las Vegas, Nevada. I was at that fight. It would be for the WBC Lightweight Championship. Unfortunately for Jimmy Garcia, 13 days later, he would be pronounced dead due to brain injuries suffering as a result of that fight. He would unfortunately pass away on May 19th, 1995. On October 4th, 1997, Gabriel Ruelas would suffer one of the most vicious KOs from an outstanding left hook from Arturo Gatti in Caesars Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City. I was in the second row of that fight. I got complimentary tickets from the trainer, Hector Roca, and I gotta tell you, that was one of the most brutal left hook knockouts that I've seen in a very long time. Azuma Nelson was born July 19th, 1958 in Accra, Ghana. He stood 5 foot 5 inches and had a 68-inch reach and weighed 130 pounds. He had a fighting record of 47, 39 wins, 28 KOs, 6 losses, and 2 draws. 1978, he would win an Edmonton Featherweight Championship bout in the Commonwealth Games. That same year, he would win the All-African Games. In fact, he was on the same card and the same team, John the Beast Mugabe. As I said earlier, he faced Salvador Sanchez and became a whirlwind. He would destroy Wilfredo Gomez in his hometown, Puerto Rico. Azuma Nelson would be in there with fighters such as Pernell Whitaker and other great Hall of Famers. But that fight with Gabriel Ruelas and Azuma Nelson would destroy Gabriel Ruelas' chances of becoming a legend, because he couldn't get past one in Azuma Nelson. This is Scrapbook Boxing Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series, saying all great fights and all great fighters will never be forgotten on my channel. Salute to Gabriel Ruelas. Salute to Azuma Nelson. Side note, Gabriel Ruelas' brother, Rafael, had an opportunity to pick up the sword when he faced gold medal Olympics Oscar De La Hoya, and he was destroyed by another Olympian.